Good morning. I hope that you and the family are well and that you're feeling good and positive and seeing Hashem's brachas in your life consistently. May Hashem send a speedy refuah shalema to all those who need it, and may He keep us all healthy and safe. Now imagine if somebody could bring you a diet to follow that could absolutely guarantee your health. Well, that person would make a huge amount of money, and we'd all obviously buy in. Imagine if a person told you that if you followed this diet, and yes, of course, as with any diet, it's not necessarily so easy to follow, but it would bring you a vaccination against illness. Well, then I'm pretty sure that we would jump at the opportunity. There's a fascinating talk that the Rebbe gave quite a number of years ago, and he talks about how everything in Judaism is precise and how spiritual solutions are real for physical problems. So one of the things that he speaks about is the Hebrew word for illness is called machala. Machala is the Hebrew word for illness. And as every word in Hebrew, it has gematria, a numerical value. So you take the word machala and you add up the values of all of the letters, you get a total of 83. So 83 is the number in Judaism that is associated with illness. Now there's one person in Jewish history ever who wrote an encyclopedia of the whole of Judaism. It's 14 volumes. It's called the Mishna Torah. It was written by the very famous Rambam Maimonides. And it's the only work that exists in all Jewish literature that goes literally from beginning to end of every single Jewish experience and every single Jewish law. Those that are relevant today, those that are only relevant in the time of the temple, and even those that will only be relevant in the time of Mashiach. He starts off with the fundamental beliefs that we have to follow, and he ends off with the laws of how you identify Mashiach and what his role will be. He divides those 14 volumes into 83 sections of law. Isn't that interesting? 83, not a round number as you would expect. 83 sections of law. And the Rebbe points out that those 83 sections are the antidote and the preventative medicine against machala, against illness. So if there's a time where there's a lot of illness or concern around illness in the world, it's quite useful for us to know that this is something we have, where a person follows a diet where you learn through those 83 sections of Jewish law over the course of 14 volumes, that creates a spiritual protection for us against the physical threat of illness. Something I think we could all do with right now. Today, I should say rather tomorrow, we complete the annual cycle. This 14-volume Mishna Torah is split into a daily study program that finishes just shy of a year. In other words, it takes just less than a year to finish. And tomorrow is the siyum, tomorrow is the conclusion, which means that tomorrow is the most brilliant opportunity to jump on board and get involved in this study program. It's tiered. So there's the heavy duty for the person who really wants to get into it in depth, where you study 3 chapters per day. There's a lighter version where you study a single chapter a day and it takes 3 years to complete. And there's the entry-level version, which is that you study a few mitzvahs per day, and I'll put a link where you can find all of this information. It's incredible that this cycle is about to restart. Tomorrow we'll complete the cycle. Friday we'll start it afresh. It's a great time to get on board at any level, in English or whichever language you prefer, at your own pace, to have access to the magical spiritual antidote of 83 sections of law to counterbalance and neutralize 83, which represents illness and machala. May Hashem protect us. May Hashem keep us all safe. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and stay sane.